Guard of Honours. Are they a touch of class with a sign of respect and recognition to the Premier League champions of that very season? Or are they a outdated, unnecessary moment of awkwardness and embarrassment for everybody involved? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to stem from a moment of discussion that I heard Peter Crouch and Rio Ferdinand have yesterday in the build-up to the Liverpool versus Chelsea game that took place yesterday afternoon. Of course, it was a game in which Chelsea went on to win. They beat the champions of this season's competition by 3-1. But in the build-up to the game, there was obviously a lot of talk about how Liverpool was set to receive a guard of honour from Chelsea after winning the Premier League title last week against Tottenham Hotspur. And in the eyes of both Rio Ferdinand and Peter Crouch, they were sort of in agreement with each other that the Guard of Honour tradition that has been held in football for many a year is both awkward and embarrassing for everybody involved. There are a few things to dive into on this, so we will obviously be getting into all of the aspects of this situation. But I just want to say first and foremost, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated from you all. And of course, I want to gauge your thoughts and comments in this conversation. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, on this particular topic of discussion down below in that comment section. Use and abuse that comment section, people, and get involved. I'd love to know whether you think the Guard of Honour is a tradition that's worth keeping or whether it should be scrapped for future years to come. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about that. Look, as a Liverpool fan yesterday, I loved receiving the Guard of Honour because, first and foremost, it was against Chelsea. And there were a fair few Chelsea players that have obviously rejected Liverpool in the past that have not gone on to win a major honour since being with the Blues. And yet, we were mocked for signing players like Endo, for example, who yesterday was welcomed onto the pitch as a Premier League champion in the Guard of Honour situation that the likes of Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo were glad, well, not glad probably, but were more than happy to be respectful on in that particular moment. So for me, I personally liked it from that point of view. Equally, I can see it from the other perspective of you don't want to be that team that gives the Premier League champions a Guard of Honour. I can understand that. But overall, if I have to be fair and honest about this situation, I see it as a sign of respect. I see it as a moment of recognition and acknowledgement towards the champions of that particular season. And I quite like it. It's a touch of class. It is a moment that obviously recognises the elite of that particular season. I quite like the tradition that has been held for many a year of a Guard of Honour. I also, maybe if I was a manager, would see it as a bit of a motivational tool. You don't want to do that again next season. You don't want to be a part of giving a Premier League team a Guard of Honour. So maybe next year, make sure it doesn't happen. Maybe go up a gear next season. Make sure that doesn't happen again, that kind of thing. But for the most part, it's all about respect. It's all about acknowledgement. It's all about recognition. Things that I can completely get on board with, and I think it does show a touch of class. However, the main bulk of this video surrounds two people in particular that aren't exactly fans of the concept of a Guard of Honour, both Peter Crouch and Rio Ferdinand. Now, in the build-up to yesterday's game, they were talking about the Guard of Honour concept, and Crouch basically stated that he doesn't really get them other than to show respect, and he says that they are embarrassing. They are embarrassing for the team that walks onto the pitch to receive them, and they are embarrassing for the players that have to stand there and basically clap them onto the pitch. As for Ferdinand, he basically echoed Crouch's views and was in agreement with him that no matter which side you are on, whether you are on the side of receiving the Guard of Honour or giving the Guard of Honour, they are very awkward to be a part of. And I was intrigued by this. I was intrigued for a couple of reasons. The first reason was I'm intrigued by the history of the Guard of Honour. So I went and did a bit of research, and it took me a few minutes. But basically, I found that the first Guard of Honour was held in 1955 in English football by Man United legend Sir Matt Busby, who gave Chelsea the Guard of Honour in 1955 as a show of respect and recognition for their achievement of that campaign. I think Rio Ferdinand might like this, given the fact that he's obviously a Man United legend. I know he doesn't have to agree with everything that his former club do, but I think it would be interesting to see that obviously Man United were the first team to set this tradition, this tradition in motion for years to be followed. Secondly, I was querying whether this issue had actually been brought up before. I don't think it actually has, or at least not to my memory anyway, and my memory's pretty poor. So if this has been brought up before for other clubs, then I'll stand corrected. But I don't think that this issue has ever been brought up before when teams have won the Premier League title with a few games left to play. Rio Ferdinand himself has been a player that has been on the receiving end and also being given a Guard of Honour. So he knows exactly how it feels to be on both sides of that particular coin. But I don't remember people saying it when Man United were given Guard of Honours. I don't remember when Chelsea were given Guard of Honours, this being a problem. So it got me thinking, is this a Liverpool thing? Is it because Liverpool have won the league that they now have to question everything about tradition? Is this just a content filler thing? Is this basically the Premier League season's done and dusted? The only thing we really have to talk about is the race for European football. There's no relegation battle this year. Liverpool wrapped up the Premier League title before the title race even began. We've got to find some sort of content to talk about and to gauge people's opinions on. So is this really the best thing that they could come up with? I'm very much intrigued to know what you guys are thinking and feeling about this. Is this a Liverpool thing or is this a content filler thing? Me personally, it'd be easy just to say it's a Liverpool thing given the fact I'm a Liverpool fan, but at the same time, I think it's more just a content filler thing. I think it is something just to try and create some sort of debate and argument within the football fan base community, and to obviously try and engage viewers with a Premier League title that is pretty much dead right now. So I'd love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling about this. Is the Guard of Honour necessary? Is it unnecessary? Is it a touch of class and a tradition that needs to be withheld within English football? Or is it unnecessary? Is it an outdated tradition that shouldn't be around anymore because it creates awkwardness and embarrassment, in Rio Ferdinand and Peter Crouch's words, to whoever is giving or receiving a Guard of Honour? Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in the comment section, because as I always say, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings of myself. I want to know what you guys have to say on this particular topic of conversation. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening, and thank you all for your continued or brand new support to the channel. Very much appreciated. Love you guys so much. You guys are absolutely awesome. Your support is always appreciated, never taken for granted. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.